Good morning. My name is Nicholas Pope, and I'm the pastor of Sequoia Community Church. We live in a society and a culture that really praises the achievements and the work of an individual. It's very important for us that we find achievement within ourselves and not quite as much in a group. Oftentimes, because we're so focused on ourselves, we don't think about a word like shame. There are some cultures that are actually called shame cultures because their position in a group is so much more important than their position as individuals. This is the way it was at the time of the New Testament, the time in which Jesus was coming into the world. You see, that was a culture that was very much aware of shame and honor. And it was very hard in those cultures and very difficult if you did not bring honor to your family, if you did not bring honor to your community. In fact, if you brought dishonor and shame. There's a story in the New Testament about a woman who was barren. She couldn't have children. And she was the wife of a priest. And a priest in those times was a person of extreme prominence, well known in the community. And this woman, her name was Elizabeth, could not have children. Well, for a woman in those days, that brought upon her an incredible amount of shame. She didn't feel good enough. She didn't feel worthy enough. There was something wrong with her because she was barren. And she felt disgraced, being the wife of a priest, being someone so prominent. But God knew her shame. God knew where her pain was. And God had something very special in store for her. You see, even though she had been barren most of her life, God opened up her womb and allowed her to conceive. See, she conceived a boy named John. This man would be the one who would prepare the way for the coming of the Lord. The one who would go forward and make ready the time in which Jesus himself would come to the earth. But at that point, all Elizabeth knew was that God had taken away her disgrace and her shame. God looked right into her life and said, I am going to bring honor to your life, even though you didn't feel it for your entire life. If you this week have ever felt that kind of shame, if you've been abused, if you felt like you've missed the mark in some way, if you felt hurt or scorned by somebody or despised, I want you to know that God knows your shame. And the message of God through our Lord Jesus Christ is understanding that shame and bringing us honor through him. So go this week in the honor of God because he knows your shame and he loves you. Have a great week. God bless you. And we hope to see you this Sunday at Sequoia Community Church at 10 a.m.